I have this tracksuit. It's my husband's, but he doesn't wear it because the legs have a cut that it's uncomfortable to him. It has these horizontal lines that are really tight on his calves, so he told me I could have it to see what I can do with it. It's not too thick, it's like a neoprene sort of style. So let's see what we can do with it. I love upcycling, and one thing I'm afraid today is that I don't really know if this is going to turn out great or not. It's something that happens with upcycling. You have something to work with and you don't have endless meters of fabric you can cut. So you have to make the most of what you have, and I love it just because of that, because something you don't use you can transform into something different and use it, and you get something unique out of it. So there's lots of creativity involved. I've done loads. This one was another of his tracksuits that it didn't fit him anymore, and I made this skirt. I've worn it loads. It's something I reach almost every day. So if you like this kind of videos, consider subscribing, because I upload twice a week and that's way you don't miss anything. And I leave you as well my Instagram account in case you want to have a look at my everyday life. And the plan I have with this one is to make a sort of pinafore dress, and you can make it like this one, make a skirt, and then with the rest of the legs make the top. But to make it a bit more original, my plan is to do it upside down, so to make it knee length, and then close the front and the back and open the sides to make the dress. So let's see how we do. A ver. The other day I had already cut the ankle scuff because of the invisible stitch video. So let's cut the inner legs, and I'm not even going to try to unstitch it because it has a really well done overlock seam, so let's just get rid of it. And with this open, I'm going to do the same with the sides, but not all the way down. But I'm going to measure how long it's going to be, and then open only just, for example, to this seam on the side. And now, because I have everything open, I can fold my trousers with the crotch line to the sides, the seam. So this one you see in the middle is the side seams really. And that way, because it's the one that's going to be my front and back seam, I can then decide how high I want my neckline, and I can cut then. But first let's trace it and let's sew some straight lines here. And now, not only because the trousers already had it, but I love it, I'm going to top stitch this seam. I've already done the front and back one because it's really good to settle the previous seam. You can top stitch by opening the previous seam and making 2 rows of seams on top, or you can fold the seam to one side and do that on top of that. I'm going to do that, and I think it's going to look great. So for the armholes, I'm going to just fold and sew all along. I haven't got any other fabric to work with, so I'm working with what I have. I think it's going to look okay. And remember that when you're doing curves, it's a bit difficult sometimes to maneuver, especially if you're doing it with something already done or with a thicker fabric. So you can always leave your needle down and lift your presser foot and adjust and handle it a bit better, so you can go on sewing with patience. And for the neckline, I'm going to do a boat neckline, and it's going to be quite easy. I've already done the armholes, so the neckline is going to have 2 functions. It's going to be the seam for the neck, and it's going to be top stitching for the bit of the shoulders. So it's going to look great. I'm first going to sew the bit of shoulder right sides together, and then open and sew along all the neckline. So that's it. Oh no, the pockets, I forgot about the pockets. Of course, the pockets are upside down now. So to secure them so they don't move and flap around, I'm going to top stitch again. I'm going to just put some pins in and sew following the pocket line, except for the back one. The back one I'm going to cut because it makes no sense to have it down here. The front ones, even though they are low, you can still put something in it, but the back one is a bit ridiculous. So I'm going to leave it. I can't take it off completely because the zip is there and you can see it. But well, I'll just make sure it has a seam and it won't, I don't know, it won't break. Well, I'm quite happy and even a bit surprised because these projects, you never know how well they're going to turn out, and I think this one looks quite cute. I love how the pockets look, I love how the bump looks as well, and it's quite comfortable. You just throw it in, and it's ideal for an everyday errand kind of thing. So let me know in the comments what you thought, if you like this idea. Sometimes these projects are not for you to follow step by step, but maybe you get ideas on how to apply them to other things or ideas you have. So let's see, let me know in the comments what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.